Well, that was one thing. I'll be honest, KJ. I feel like I don't know what it is, man, and I don't mean any disrespect to any of because there are like a handful of people that are just showing up all the time doing their thing. But I mean, it feels like the morale for selling is at a low right now.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if you're picking up on that vibe
no,
too.
No,
but
I'm picking up on the vibe too.
I'm up there every day. I'm making phone calls like, yo, guys, where you at? Like, what's going on? You know what I mean? And they're like, I don't have money. Like I don't have any money, so I got to go and make money.
How the fuck does people not have money?
Well, to be honest, I think people don't have money is because they're constantly reinvesting into other things and they're not leaving themselves with the basic necessities. They're basically going broke every single time. It's like, hey, let's throw in some money towards a house. They'll throw in everything. They won't even leave themselves like $5,000 to live or to like continue to buy more weed or whatever. And so all of their money is dirty.
Yeah.
They're basically in a queue because we're desperately trying to get the new wash house. Yeah. And unfortunately, that queue isn't going to get any smaller if people aren't actually attempting to go find another way to clean money or to clean some money themselves.
Yeah.
Like it's a washing issue. There's only so many washing machines that you can have going at one time.
No, we have invested in 20 more today, basically, so we can clean shit here, for the boys who are doing it. But I think as well, like, because before this shit changes, like we were pushing 600 to 1,000, every day for like 2 months. So I think, like after the Easter, everybody was like, oh, get some break, do something else, and not overextend shit. But
yeah,
I feel like some people have fallen off, and I feel like we need to get a couple of more boys into the pharmaceutical to maintain and mainly focus about weed, get weed people, if that makes sense. Because we have a lot of people and we have a lot of crews we're working with. They see the money, we have a lot of potential, but we don't have like the standard structure of this, the main core pharmaceutical, if that makes sense.
Yeah. The other thing I want to ask you about is the company's cut from all of these. Is that money going to Mari or is that money going to Raymond? Where is that money going?
The company money right now is going to reinvest into what we are doing and pay off everything that goes into the pharmaceuticals. Like I have, because you don't have the access to that spreadsheet. You can see where the money is going. Like I have everything written down.
Yeah, if you could give me access to that just so that I can see it. And because like when you say paying off things, what exactly are we paying off? Like, are you using this money to buy more washing machines, or are you using this money?
No, I'm using this money. It's mainly used for the planters. It's used for the seeds. It's used for like where they're doing their stuff basically in the beginning. So it was a backlog of like, I don't know.
Because like we just our issue right now, KJ, is we're trying to get Sly his house, because the issue is they have a large mining operation in their home, which takes up a substantial amount of power. So they've got like 50-ish washing machines in their house, but they are bottlenecked. They cannot add any more simply from a power standpoint. Like their house just can't do it. All right. So they need a designated washing house. That washing house is $300K. The company is going to pay for that house, but the company only has $250,000 in dirty money. We are collecting the $5K a week from everybody. But I mean, dude, it's just, we don't want to wait another 2 or 3 weeks. And if we're seeing no
they
money,
should do what we did, like just get all the people into the house and buy it like we did, because we never asked for any money from the company.
Well, the problem, the issue is the same individuals, when we gave them the pep talk and lit a fire under their ass, they went broke buying all of those washing machines. They literally dumped like hundreds of thousands of dollars into buying all of this stuff. They didn't have a blueprint to go and make all of these. They just went and bought everything. And basically they didn't have money to pool. Like they blew their load.
Yeah, because all of our shit, I can put it like this, like 4 lights, 4 heaters, 4 water filtration, and 4 large light growers. It cost us 35,800. To get us two racks, cost us 16,000. To get like the materials for that shit, you know, it cost us 10,000.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
but if the company is paying for all of this, which I'm not sure they are because I haven't looked at the spreadsheet.
Yeah, no,
I'll look at it right now.
that is the pharmaceutical company haven't given us anything. We're paying from the pharmaceutical.
But it is company money, right? The company is getting a percentage for every bag of weed that gets sold, right?
Yeah, and the money is reinvested in so we can have an operation going. Because if we don't have the money, we have no operation, no weed for us to push on the streets.
Well, yeah, but you already have the infrastructure, though. It seems like you're expanding the infrastructure.
No, not expanding. No.
Okay, so then
like
where is the
I'm
money?
back. So the idea here was like we bought the house and we were supposed to push for like 5 days and get all the money in return so we could pay for all the investment. Then you had a talk with me and said, you know, like people wanted to make money off this, you know. So we had 2 days where we pushed and we got in 150,000, I think, for those 2 days, and then we switch it up. So after that, we got like roughly 20,000 a day into the company. And right now we're paying like everything out. Like, for example, I paid Reggie 59,000 so far, and I still owe him 53,000 for the rest of the shit. For racks, for keys, for everything. Everything the operation, you know, needs.
Yeah.
I paid 50,000 to Mickey Mike for wood. For every rack that we have. We have like, yeah, you haven't seen the other house basically, so you haven't seen how much racks and stuff we have.
Yeah, but then are we also paying off the other house as well?
No, the other house is paid by their own money. We have nothing,
Okay.
like the house is not paying. No. This house is still paid with every single person's money. We're not paying off this house right now.
Gotcha.
Like,
because
I want this to be our Pharma house, but this house is paid by my money, Mike's money, Zulu's money, you know, still.
So like what I'm trying to get at is like if we're using the company's daily money that we would be making from the pushers to pay people back from stuff that they already have invested, which I'm assuming that's literally what. Yeah,
that's literally what we're doing. That already invested into the pharmaceuticals for our operation to be operational and functional like we're doing it today.
Got you. So the issue that we're having though, right, is it's starting to become a bit counterproductive, because if we cannot get the designated washing house, all like the motivation's going to keep staying down. We're not going to have as many sellers. We're not going to be able to clean the sheer amount of dirty money that you guys have. It feels like that process is being neglected to pay people back from what they already have. But when they're all paid back, right, then what? Then do we start putting some of that company money into getting an infrastructure? And by that time, I don't know how long has gone by. There's going to be hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars sitting idle, waiting to be washed. It's just like I like what you're doing, but I almost feel like if we're gonna pay everybody out for everything, like, shouldn't we do that when the infrastructure is already built? And then, because if not, we're gonna still stay in this never-ending. When you guys, like, for example, like when you guys grab all of these washing machines downstairs,
Yep.
I just, which is great because you guys are washing money, but it's like, why are we not doing the same thing for the actual washing part? Because the washing part is, like, for Sly's infrastructure, the washing part is as important as the growing part, because you can grow weed all day, but if we can't clean the dirty money, we're going to have an issue. Like, we're just going to bottleneck. Like, even right now, I in my my bedroom at the house, I've got about $110,000 in dirty money, and I've got $2,800 in cash, $2,700 in cash, and I gotta pay $1,300 for that lockpick, so I'm gonna be at $1,300.
Yeah.
And I still owe you $4,500 from the $250 that I took yesterday, which I have sitting on me right now. I just haven't been able to sell yet. So
Yeah,
like I
but
legitimately can't even pay you out because we can't. Like Mike is dealing with the same thing. Like I called Mike yesterday. I'm like, yo, Mike, where you at? He's like, yeah, Nathan's had some scuff issues. The boys are a little, demotivated. And I'm doing towing because I actually have $0. I can't buy anything. And so if we're going to keep running into that problem, like eventually the growers are going to be rendered almost useless because we're going to have so much backed up weed that there'll be no point in them actually growing anything outside of selling external and then letting those individuals that sell outside of the company sell.
Yeah. No. I understand where you're coming from, and I can see where you're coming from as well. And that is kind of like they have the same issue we have, if that makes sense. The only difference is we are able to get in clean money to repay the people who are putting in their own money so we can move forward, That is the difference. But yeah, no, that is up to you guys how you guys want to handle it, because I asked you guys, if it's able to do this, because like you said,
but I was under the assumption when we had that conversation, you basically, and maybe I'm just a little confused, but you virtually said that like you'd have everybody paid back pretty much already. You were like maybe 50K out. And that was like when I first started over a week ago. And here we are selling a shit ton of weed. And if the company is supposed to be getting $15,000 to $30,000 a day, you times that by 7, right?
Yeah.
Minimal. I mean, that is a substantial amount of money, like 300 and something, like I mean, even at the low end, say 15K a day, like on average, because there's going to be better days than not. So like 15,000 times even one, that's
no, you can check it.
grand.
Like you can just go to the spreadsheet you have, you can see how much money the company's going to have, from that stuff, basically.
Oh yeah, let me check that out actually. And by the way, I'm not being combative or anything. I'm just trying to fully understand.
No, but
trying to, yeah.
I understand where you're coming from, but we have been selling for 5-6 days, I think, total. And like I understand that they're doing their thing and need stuff, but it's kind of like the same here, because everything that's been paid off is from private money, basically.
I just sent a request for that sheet. But like how much, do you know exactly how much more people need to be paid out before the company can start to, see some of the fruits from this labor? Like
all right,
directly?
So we owe 52,000 to Reggie right now. We owe Mike, we owe roughly 20,000. We owe Fred 30,000. And we owe Damien 34,800, and Damien has gifted us 50,000 as well to the house.
So what I'm confused about is like when we had the conversation, you pretty much said everything was paid for. So it's almost as if...
I didn't say anything. No. I never said that. I said I hope that we could pay for everything. The only problem was we haven't added up everything we need to pay for, and that is the racks. And yeah, there was expenses of 2 extra growing pots basically that was added on after that. But then there's extra costs to like materials and stuff like that. But yeah, that is like but I have it, you can see it yourselves. You see where the money is going. Like I have everything written down.
Yeah, can you can I get access? I still don't see it.
If you look at that, you're able to see that?
Yeah, it says I need to request access. I'll request it.
Yeah, just requesting, put a OTT so it knows you.
All right, I just sent a request.
Yeah. It's not like it's I need to make sure that Mari can give you the access. She's the one who's like behind it, so. But basically right now,
okay.
all the money I think that's tunneled in through the pharmaceuticals. It's roughly, let me see, 221 plus 68 plus 87. That is the total amount. Right now we are in plus of 78,000. We have 72,000. I haven't added the stuff for this week. Basically, it's added like from the last week and the first day we pushed, you know, with the pushers not making any money. And the stuff we mostly have used money on is the racks to dry the weed we have. Then we spent 25k for the blueprint for the turbocharger.
Yeah, so I mean, from your point of view, how many more days do you think do you guys need to get paid back? I'm gonna be honest. I think paying back people 100% before other parts of the operation are completed, I think it's actually doing us more harm than good. And you know, if everything here is paid off like 100%, nobody here is invested into anything anymore financially. And you know, it's like everything is then company owned. It's like I have no problem with people getting paid back, but I mean them getting paid back 100% before anything else is, it just comes off like I don't know how to put this. It just seems an aggressive payback. Like it just seems very aggressive. Like not 50% paying back over time, but instead of it's 100. I'm okay with 100 as long as there is a there's like what I'm afraid of, man, is like when I come in here, I just see more and more stuff, right? And it's just like I don't know if the company is continuing to pay for more and more of this stuff when we need to start allocating some of this money elsewhere.
Yeah, but like I completely understand where you're coming from, but then I need to be aware of that, you know. Like I can put this in two places. Like I'm the pharmaceuticals, I'm doing my pharmaceutical things, you know, for the company. I tell you, I ask you guys if I can use this money for what I can use it for, and for the pharmaceuticals house and everything. If we need the money for other things, for other infrastructure for the company, and you guys want to do that, just tell it to me and I will do it, you know. But at the same time, if people are using the privately owned earned money, you know, to make sure that we can offer something we can put down, I feel like I have an obligation to give it back as well. But if I talk to the people, they will understand, you know, why we're doing what we're doing and how we do it. When it comes to this house, is bought by 8 different entities and is not paid back, so you know that. So they're still owned, and I told them like that will not happen yet, you know, that will be way far in the future. Basically they understand, they're Gucci with that. The money I'm paying back is basically what we're buying, you know, like getting those chests, you know, getting materials for making the stuff on the roof, and having racks and enough planting pots, you know, to get the stuff we have, you know, and dry it. That's most of the money's going to. But at the same time, like if we need it for something else, then we just do it. But then I need to be aware of it so I can tunnel the money there.
Yeah, I'm down for that. But I mean, if the company is going to pay for all these extra things, like the company should probably know about the extra things that you're adding.
Yeah, this is the company house.
Yeah, I get it. But if you're going to continue to add, say, another 50K, 75K here, 100K in a week or two, over a week or two, we should probably know that that's being done so that we can say, well, okay, well, we actually need to start, because the reason why I'm only bringing this up is because we just went through all of our money situation, and a lot of the company was under the impression that we were supposed to be caking up week by week. Now, they thought that Mari had all the money. I was under the impression that we only had $50,000 left to pay everybody back.
But that is like the weekly money, yeah?
Like from what people owed.
Yeah. People are paying 5,000 a week, so that has nothing to do with me, basically.
No. That has nothing to do with you. But no, I'm talking about, and maybe it's just a communication error on my part.
Yeah, because Ray, he took it over, basically. Mari told me, and he's in charge of collecting the money and doing that thing.
Well, I think that's only temporary while Mari is gone. I don't think that is like an indefinite thing.
Yeah. No, I don't know too much about that, basically. So
yeah. But what I'm trying to say is, I personally was under the impression that you guys had already paid back everybody.
No.
Like a week ago.
No.
I was under the impression that was the case.
No, I needed like a couple more days, for full selling, and tunnel everything to the company to pay everything off. So now kind of like when we're getting 20K a day, or like, from 10 to 20K a day, we may basically make for the company from the pushers. Like what goes into the company, it takes longer time, basically.
Yeah.
Because we needed the racks we had was owned by private people. So I bought those racks off those people. So the company owes those racks. Everything that is in the pharmaceuticals is owned by the pharmaceuticals, basically owned by the company. That is like how I proceed the operation. So every rack we have now in the other house over there is probably racks for like $150,000 is company owned. Nobody owns it. We don't loan it. We have, it's ours. So we don't get into this problem we had with Dre when he quit. He took like 5 racks with him. Let's say Smalls quit the other day. We'll take 10 racks with him. They owe that stuff, so it's been paid back. Through that.
Yeah. Okay.
And that is like,
do you think that
10 racks is $50,000, $52,000.
Yeah. But yeah. Okay.
So like I said. So, but then again, like I gotta be honest with you, Damien has sponsored like 50,000 into the house, for stuff we needed here. But at the same time, I have paid him as well, for material stuff that we needed, to make stuff and get like this storage unit, and the storage unit downstairs as well is paid for. It's company owned, for us to have the money there, and the storage as well for the weed. They cost like 16,000, 20,000 here. Then we have washing machines. They're paid by private people. Only the turbo washers is paid by us. So, but at the same time, right now we have 72,000 in the company money stored up. Plus we have 50,000, I think, that is sold this week alone. Plus that is like company have without paying out to anyone, So I have that money, if that makes sense.
Okay. So in theory, we have about 120K in company money.
Yeah, in company money.
You're ready to disperse?
Yeah, in theory, we have that. I haven't paid back the people for it, It's only on the spreadsheet. In theory, that's the money we have right now.
Okay, so what's the total debt? Like what's the actual, like, rough park? Is it 150K? Is it 200K?
Rough
like
park.
What do we owe now?
Damien 34. We have Mike roughly 20, and we have Reggie roughly 52, and then we have as well, I think it was 30 to Zulu, because he bought like 2,500 from Dow. He bought the fucking baggies, but he said he will gift it to the pharmaceuticals. We're Gucci with that. So
okay, so that 32 doesn't count.
Yeah. So, and then we have Fred, because Fred is the other grower. He's growing in his own house. That is 30K. So let me calculate this and see.
But you do know that these guys are also making money, right? So they basically want to just buy the stuff, right? Have the company pay it back in full, but then also continue to make money the whole time as well.
Yeah, they're buying the seeds and stuff. Basically, that's their cost. When it comes to the grower pods, basically they're good for 29 grows, and then we need to buy new ones. That is company. That is what we are paying.
So we're paying for we're paying for their supplies, but then they're still making good money with no risk every time that they do a grow.
Yeah. If I gotta be honest with you, if you don't do that,
I mean,
we
it
will
seems
not.
kind of ridiculous.
They will
if I
go
wanna
and
be
do
honest.
grime instead. Basically, like they will do other stuff.
Okay. All right. Okay, so 34,000 plus 20,000 plus 52,000 plus 30,000. That's 136K.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
And you have like
138.
138.
Yeah,
Do
roughly.
you have 138 to pay them all out now and be done with it?
Yeah, I do.
Can we just do that
Yeah.
and just wipe it clean?
Yeah.
I don't even give a fuck. Give them dirty money. It's not your job. You have washing machines downstairs. They can go ahead and use it, or they can contact Sly, or they can contact Dundee and Dex, or they can contact Fanny, and they can go get their money cleaned like everybody else. Because if not, it's starting to look like a double and a triple
yeah,
dip
I'm not gonna do that
with
OTT.
zero risk.
The deal I have with them is that they get clean money. That's why everybody pays clean money, you know? That's my operation.
Hello, boss man.
Hey, what's up, Zulu?
Been good in you?
Okay, so then
I will
so then
play
we
them with clean money. That is what I'm doing, you know? That is the deal I have with them. And the reason why I have $12 as well is because I'm trying to match what they can make instead of standing in a basement, you know? Where they can actually, you know, go out there and make other money with other things. That's why I'm matching it. They're paying for the seeds and stuff like that. What they need to, seeds, fertilizers, stuff like that. That pay for that. The pots we pay for. Yeah,
Okay,
if you guys wanna change it, just tell me. If you guys wanna go here and kind of like do what I'm doing right now, I can hand it over, give you everything, and you guys do it, and I just push.
Well, I'll
Or
be
we do it
honest,
my
KJ.
way.
Okay, well, I mean, we can walk away from this conversation if you feel like it's going to get heated or you feel a certain way about it.
No.
I'm not yelling. I'm pretty calm.
No.
But being
You're pretty calm.
passive-aggressive
I'm pretty
and
calm
be
as
like,
well.
hey,
But like, I don't want to give them roles or make them more that they need to work more for the money, because I'm trying to make it easy as possible. We who are pushing, we are making the real money, but we are taking the risk as well. And that is like the deal we have. If you guys want it to operate different way, or if you see what I'm paying out should not be paid out or whatever, when we go over the financial, just tell it to me. I can try to organize it, but I'm doing it this way until you guys tell me you want it done other way. And if I don't feel like I want to work under that condition, I will tell you guys.
okay,
And I think that's fair.
yeah, it is fair. All right.
Appreciate you.